Okay, here we are doing a video comparison of these three different flangers by PastFX. The 80A flanger, the elastic mattress flanger, and the hot for flanger. My setup here, got this guitar. It's a parts caster, Warmoth 7/8 parts caster with two Gibson P90 pickups. Going on this board, I'm not going to use all these pedals. I'm going to have the reverb on probably the whole time. This is a stereo rig, so it's going into these two amps, 63 Bandmaster and a 65 Showman, each going to 112. That's a Jensen Blackbird 100 and a Jensen Tornado 100. Okay, we're gonna just test these clean to start with, and then we'll test with the Harlot before, and then we'll unplug the Harlot, put it here afterwards to hear the difference between the distortion before and after the flangers. Okay, so let's start with clean. Right now I've got them set for whooshy flange. I think that's the word, whooshy. Okay, here's my clean tone. I'm gonna go in the middle position right now. Clean tone. Here's a little reverb there. Start with this 80A. Next, the elastic mattress doesn't really do the whooshy thing per se, but I got it as whooshy as I could get it without it self-oscillating. Not how most of you would set that pedal, I know. We're gonna do different settings, but just for kind of a similarity between these three and a whooshy kind of sound. And then the hot for flanger. Yeah, I mean, let's compare just back and forth. right? So it's like, this one's super thick and chewy. It's thick and chewy and retains its articulation too. I find that ADA, it's not as thick, but not as articulate either. Of course, this is just the way I've dialed it in. I probably dialed it in wrong. This is just one setting. We'll mess around with settings too. And then elastic mattress. It's still articulate, a little blurry, but brighter, thinner. Now we'll do some dirt before and after, before I mess with the settings on those pedals. So here's Harlot on its own. I just went to the bridge position, by the way. Okay, that's just the Harlot. Now let's add the ADA. Now the elastic mattress. Hot for flanger. That gives an idea. That's the overdrive distortion before the flangers. Now let's I'll reroute it and put the distortion after the flangers. So let's see. Bear with me here. I'm not editing this video, so And there'll be a momentary pause. Okay. That's gonna go over here. This guy's gonna go over there. And this needs that. Let's see, this is gonna go. Oh, one thing I'll mention while I'm routing, the 18 volt connection here, it's, in my opinion, too close to the output jack, which is unfortunate because here I have to use this exotic effects voltage doubler because I don't have enough 18 volt adapters, and it works with this little end here, but with my favorite cables here, with these kind of connectors, it won't fit with that adapter. Anyway, I just wish they had a little bit more space right there. That's really my only negative of these pedals. I think they all sound fantastic. And again, I know I did not dial in the electric I can't say it right, elastic mattress correctly. I'll do that in a little bit. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to do it correctly, but I know that's not how most people use it. That said, now we've got this for the distortion after. So let's see. This is, of course, no modulation. And the reason why you hear the reason why you hear so much noise is I'm using a P90 right next to I'm just sitting right next to this amp with distortion, so it's a little noisy. Here, if we go in the middle position, it's less noisy. But anyway, here, this is no modulation. Okay, now I'll do the ADA. Elastic mattress. Hot for flanger. In my opinion, they all sound better with the distortion before, except maybe the hot for flanger sounds great either way. I'm gonna have to listen back to see which I prefer, but I was surprised at how great the hot for flanger sounds going before the dirt. It sounded great both ways. These two, I think they only sounded good after the dirt. But that's just my opinion, man. Okay, so I guess I don't need to move things around again, although I do prefer that before, but let's just mess with some settings here. We're gonna go back to clean. So, let's go here to the ADA. Try and get closer. Let's see. Okay. So, This is kind of, you gotta read the manual because it's a little confusing. This range knob, if it's fully this way, then the speed knob is in full control. If you turn it fully this way, then the manual knob is full control. And if you put it in the middle, they're both working. So I have it that way. Let's try this. If I go full this way, and we'll just use the speed. So. Let's go fully this way and mess with the manual. So that's going to give it the I think that turns the LFO off, right? So then it's just wherever we stick this, it's like the matrix, filter matrix. Similarly, it turns off the LFO, I'm thinking. And then we can blend the two. Let's try that. So here, if I have this crazy, overly, ridiculously trippy thing with the speed, with the LFO going bonkers, not really usable. But if I bring that way back and blend it in with the manual, still a really trippy, weird effect. What if I do something like... Okay, that brings back the articulation. When I had this more on the speed, less articulate, but when I bring this down a bit, I quite like that, actually. That's gonna sound more like this now. I did not intend to do that, but those are dialed in pretty darn close. Let's try it with the dirt. The difference. Anyway, so very cool. All right, let's keep messing around with the knobs here. Here we've also got this harmonic switch. So supposedly this red one is fuller. We switch it over to the blue one. Yeah, you can hear it's more in the kind of upper mids register. That's cool, kind of vocal kind of sounding. Compared to it's more of a full range sound. I like this kind of. Cool for funk. Both are cool. Okay, so this is. I'm digging that vocally kind of narrow bandwidth thing that's happening there. But let's go back to the full bandwidth selection. Okay, now let's go down these. What are these other knobs? So blend, they all have a blend knob. I'm kind of defaulting to having them on full as traditional flangers would be. Very cool that they have blend knobs. I love that. We'll get into later hearing them with less blending in the dry signal. Oh, I'm talking right into this mic. That's really terrible. I'm sure this is gonna sound terrible. Sorry about the audio here. I'm talking right into my phone. I can whisper. Okay, threshold. Threshold is gonna be like it's gonna be like an envelope determining when the effect comes on. So right now, when the threshold fully up, there's no threshold effect going on. There's no envelope effect going on. If we bring it down, it's gonna kick in at a certain threshold of volume. I got pretty hot pickups here, so I had to pull this way back to hear that effect. But if I play really softly, you're not hearing any flanger. But when I dig in, pretty cool. But I had to play really quiet for it to, I mean, let's see, if I pull this really down. I pulled the volume down on this guitar because now this is going to be more like a single coil. That's cool. Cool ability there. Let's see if I pull it all the way back. See. With these hot pickups, I wish this would go a little bit lower. But that's cool. Super cool pedal. No, not dissing this pedal at all. And I'm not sure if I would actually use that because normally I want a flanger on. Even if but I think that's a cool. The threshold thing and the envelope is a cool thing in modulation. I wish more modulation pedals had that because it is really neat. I really love that with tremolo. When you dig in, it goes faster, and you play softer, it goes slower, or vice versa. What's it called? Sub-decay Vagabond does that, and it can go in either direction. Faster when you dig in, or slower when you dig in. That's a dope pedal. I wish I didn't get rid of mine. You win some, you lose some. Okay, enough talking. Let's see what this next knob does. Enhance. This is gonna be like of course, most people are gonna think of Blade Runner when they see that. Enhance. Anyway, it doesn't let you see around the corners where there's no camera, but it's gonna give you more feedback, it seems. So right now, if I turn this up, I think it's gonna start self-oscillating. Let's see. Definitely a super fun pedal, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's keep talking in the mic so loud. Sorry. Okay, I'm just using my iPhone mic, so, and my face happens to be right next to the iPhone right now, so apologies for the uncouth use of this. Okay, so, oh yeah, all right, we'll go into blend. Interesting, so I've blended all the way down and I'm still getting some wet. So that's, maybe I'm using it wrong, or maybe that's just its range isn't what I would expect. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. I kind of like it. I like it like this, and I like it like this. Very cool. Okay, next to the elastic mattress. Is this video? Oh, this is gonna be a long video. All right. Again, I mentioned that I dialed it in a way no one would ever dial it in. That's just silly. Why would I dial it in like that? So, I think the rate is fine right now. I mean, okay, let's try something silly since I'm already starting off silly. We'll go really silly with it. Super silly, nobody's gonna do that. Let's go. Notice this one has a blend knob that's doing more what you'd expect from a blend knob. It's almost totally dry with the blend all the way down, but you can hear some of that modulation still coming in. But much wider range than on the blend knob than on the elastic mattress than on the 80A. I know you're thinking, I started off with a terrible setting, now I have an even worse setting. I'm just, I'm not trying to piss y'all off. All right, let's go to something more usable. Kind of pretty, right? We'll pull down the blend. Also, they all have a level knob. So cool. You can have it be quieter when you turn on. You have it be louder when you turn on. You can try and get unity. If you can dial that in. So you have to worry about, you know, some modulation pedals. You turn it on, it goes quieter than unity. Sometimes you turn on a modulation pedal, it boosts up volume you don't want. These all have level knobs. Super cool. Great addition. One of the things that makes these fantastic pedals. This knob though, this one maybe was put in differently because it's not what you'd think. The full blast is there and the minimum is there. So that little indicator thingy looks like it's in the wrong place. But maybe I can pull that off and put it back on. Maybe that's I don't know. Anyway, if you're looking at the indicator, it's different than the other two. So here, this is kind of a nice, more kind of what somebody might use this as, or maybe go slower. Now it has this bright knob. I think it's already bright. Like, I have the bright knob all the way down. Here's my unaffected tone. Turn it on. It's already bright. Now, if you want more bright, you can get way more bright. Listen how bright it can get. I think that's a bit much myself. Actually, I like this pedal best with the bright knob all the way down. I think it already adds brightness. So if I was making a comment to the manufacturer, I'd say, make this bright knob go even lower and have a lower range altogether, maybe. And if I was going to make a comment to the manufacturer on this one, I'd say make this blend knob do more of a blend of letting more dry through, more of a range of letting more dry through. This almost goes completely dry, and I like that. So here's, you know. turn the blend down in the bright up. So the range is really the amount of detune, and the color is the amount of feedback, if I'm thinking about this correctly. I'm sure you guys can correct me. That setting for this one. It's funny, I've yeah, like I said before, I've dialed in the 88 close to how I like the Hot for Flanger. Oh my god, this is such a long video. I'm sorry. Anybody who's made it this far deserves an award. Okay, but you know, if I go back to what's unique about this one is this kind of the what's it called, bandwidth narrowing with that blue phase, and then this threshold thing. And I'll yeah. Whoops. Three really usable sounds, I think, for different styles. Okay, move my corpse over to the side. Sorry, getting old. All right, so let's mess with the knobs on the Hot for Flanger. My legs are completely asleep. All right, revive them later. All right, what do we got? Have speed, width, manual, regen, and we got a blend and a level, and a toggle. So many things. Oh yeah, sorry. Here we go. Hot for Flanger. Let's check out the speed range. I'm using the blend knob, and let's see if we go all the way down. Like the elastic mattress, it goes almost full dry, not quite, but of course, why would you want full dry on a pedal? Just turn it off. So it gets nice and subtle there. I mean, for an extreme setting. Still, the 88 could be improved. But here, with the ADA, it's got this, looks like the red is more full bandwidth and the blue is narrower bandwidth. Or maybe it's just changing the focus of the bandwidth. This kind of lower focus and a higher focus. ADA narrow bandwidth thing is way more extreme, more nasally, in a cool way, more vocal. Whereas the Hopper flanger is more subtle in that narrow bandwidth. That's full speed. Medium speed. Ooh, so nice. Real slow. This can get real whooshy. So I gotta move this corpse around. Okay, here we go. Okay, now what's this manual knob do? I don't not be using it right because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe I'm supposed to push a different button. I should read the manual. It's right here, but hold on. Let's see. Let's go to this regeneration button. That's more narrow bandwidth. That's a higher. Let's see if we can dial this in similar to the thing I like on the ADA. Close-ish. All right, so yeah, it looks like, you know, you got this. This toggle is affecting the bandwidth. This regeneration is affecting the bandwidth. With the fullest bandwidth and widest sweep, I'd say this button out and that knob, that switch down. Now, what's the man? Okay, so when I turn down the width, the manual seems to do something. That seems to be like the matrix thing, right? Seems like, okay, the manual knob only does something when I turn the width all the way down. Or is it, what if I do partially down? Okay, it does do something. Just really notice it when this is all the way down. Okay, that's more narrow. That's pretty. So it does do something. It's kind of, it's hard for me to pinpoint it. Obviously, it does something. They would put it there. It do something. Not gonna play it. Let's use the blend halfway. Super cool. I love the hot for flanger is my favorite. I mean, they're all cool, but that's the one. That's the one that's on my pedal board. It's not even mine. By the way, I need to give a big shout out here to Trevor, who lent me these pedals. Awesome dude, Cosmic Rust. Thank you so much for lending me these, letting me try them out. I'm gonna have to buy my own one of these because I gigged with it Friday night, 2 nights ago, and it just was perfect for one of my songs, probably 2 of my songs. So now I'm gonna have to get one. The other 2 are cool, but this one suits my my thing. I am gonna have to give this back to Trevor as well. Oh, all 3 of them, of course. But thank you, Trevor. That's so cool of you to help us musicians figure out what we need. And hopefully this video will help others make a decision if they're stuck between these 3. And of course, my favorite, settings on these might not be yours. Right now, I think I have them dialed in my favorite. So here's the hot for flanger. Here's the elastic mattress. Actually, I think I like it a little more intense. Maybe. I love that. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't figure that out till this video, but I think that's a really unique, cool sound on that. I would love that for some funk songs. Ooh, speaking of funk, what if we... Okay, that's the, whoops, where are we? Proteus, Sub-Decay Proteus. Love that envelope filter. What if you use that and the ADA? Oh, but that's not fair. I gotta pull that up. Oh my God, it's been over an hour. I am boring everyone. Or they would have quit by now if they were truly bored. Alright, anyway, enough boring. Let's see, maybe just... I only showed you one dirt pedal. Since you've already left if you're already bored, let's try... That's the Kingsley Mason. Okay, that's... without modulation. minstrel. Let's put an auto viper too. Here's back to the post. Alright, we'll do that with these two. All gonna get vertigo from me bringing this back and forth and back and forth. Flanger. Pretty much. Okay, one last thing I want to mention here. This is really important. I should have mentioned before. My gripe with modulation, analog modulation pedals in general, especially choruses and flangers, is I use hot pickups. I use these hot P90s. And I like my clean tone totally clean. And I like to have my volume on 10. Oh, sorry, I've got an effect on. There. Hear that? There's no breakup. Hot pickups, but not breaking up. Nice and loud and beefy. And the problem I have with analog modulation pedals in general is they tend to get clipped by my hot pickups. I've gone through so many pedals that just didn't make the cut because they were clipping my pickups were clipping the modulation. I don't want my modulation getting all clippy. But none of these have any problems with that. Still pristinely clean, not clipping the pedals. So that's super cool. That's why I'm gonna get this, and other flangers did not make the cut. And in terms of chorus, I use one of these because it was the first analog chorus I found that didn't clip with my hot pickups. And that is enough boring geeky or Kiki? Kiki's delivery service. Enough geeky stuff, and now I'm just talking circles. So I better stop before I say something really stupid. Thank you, everybody, or anybody who cares or doesn't care. Thank you all for existing. Okay, bye-bye.